Morning, all my crafty friends. Welcome to A Crafter's Story. It's Celeste here. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoy this video today. Thank you for stopping by. So it's really early in the morning. It's 6 o'clock. It's going to be a beautiful day. I can already see it. It's nice and crisp and cool. For now, it's going to heat up. But I decided to start early today because I know that this craft, the paint's going to need some time to dry. So if I want to finish this video today, I have to get going now. So I've been making these butterflies, and for me symmetry has always been a bit of a challenge. I've always struggled to get the one side to look exactly the same as the other side. But you know, there's always tips and tricks that you can do to get past that problem. And that's what I'm going to show you today, what I've been doing. I just love the idea of all these wonderful colors, and then what you can do with these butterflies once you've made them. And just incidentally, if anybody is part of our Facebook group, the link is in the description below every week. Please come and join us. I'm going to be loading these butterflies up as our Friday freebie. Some of them anyway, and I played with them a little bit in my graphic design software so they look a little bit more 3D, so you can go pop across there on Friday and download them and print them out. Okay, so these are the specimens, my botanical kaleidoscope specimens that I've been making, and this little guy has already been made into a little book. So that's a cute little journal that I made with some index cards. So that's definitely going to look nice in a journal as an add-on. Maybe I can actually sew it into the middle of a journal between the signatures. I've done that before. I'm not ready to show you one, but maybe I can grab one just now. And then this one, I just used double-sided tape and put it on the back. One strip down there, one strip down there. So I can now do this, pull off the tape, and this is one giant sticker. I've got some white that I didn't cut off properly here, so I'll neaten that up, and then this can be a giant sticker in a journal or wherever you really want to put this, wherever you decide you want to put your sticker. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside because they're all done. Well, not these guys. I've got to do a craft with these, but that's for another day. For today, I really just want to make one of these guys, and I didn't get the paper. Sorry, let me grab my paper. Okay, so I've got printer paper here. It's a slightly thicker printer paper than your 20 pound that you buy for, regular use. I just found that the thinner printer paper would tear quite easily because the acrylic paint I use is water-based, and it doesn't work very well. It's not impossible to do if that's all you have. Just be gentle with your paper. So I've got this here, which is it is a, where is it? It's a 90 pound. It's a 90 pound Nina cardstock, and it's 163 GSM. It's not that pricey, and you get 300 sheets in here. I got this on Amazon, so if you are interested, you can pop across to Amazon for that, or to your local office supply store. In fact, honestly, Walmart and those places will have this as well as your grocery store. So let's get started. I'm going to put down a protective mat, which you can see I've already used. Let me just fold this in half because I want this is where the symmetry side comes in. I'm going to put paint just on the one side. So I've got my center fold now. And let's see, colors. I'm going to use these are my dollar store paints. I think I want to use my pink. I lost the top of this one. And my sort of aqua blue, aqua green, just aqua. Let's see, maybe a little bit of the gold. That might be nice. Should we throw in a contrasting color? What about red? Okay, let's just go with those four colors for now and see see how it goes. I think that could be a good combination. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So you've got some choices here. You can either go down the middle, and then when you fold, kind of move the paint out. That works, but if you've got too many colors, you mix too much and it can come out a bit muddy. So what I've decided was to go close to the inside and just put it on the one side, and then when I flip the paper, I kind of press down instead of squishing. And that way I found that I wasn't getting as much the colors mixed, but not to the point where it looked muddy. I had that problem with one of my designs here. Let's see, a little bit like this. And I also don't go too close to the edge on either side, because if you do, when you are squishing, it just kind of peels out the side, which is not a train smash, but you know, you want your paint on the paper. Okay, a little bit of the gold. This gold is also dollar store. I find that they have these gold colors around the holidays. They don't seem to have it the rest of the year, which is kind of odd to me, because it's actually a really nice gold paint. Oh dear, I've got all these. Don't want that. Let's see. Okay. Now, did I make the right decision with this red? I think so, but I guess we're going to find out. So, I mean, apart from using these as butterflies, you could also use these as craft papers. I've made a few that I'll show you once I've made this one that we're going to actually use to make the butterflies today. Because there's quite a bit of paint on here. There's a lot of water in the paint, and it takes a while to dry. Okay, here we go. I love this part because you just don't know what pattern you're going to get. So I'm going to go from the outside, kind of squish my way in. This is really, I like doing this because it's kind of like, what's it going to look like? What's it going to look like? Is the paint going to mix? What patterns are we going to get? It's like a little mystery, little art mystery, craft mystery. I think it's fun. And then sometimes you'll have a little white spot, and that's fine because you can put some paint down, then go back. Okay, here we go, guys. Reveal. Oh, I like the red, but we do have white spots. Look, 1, 2, 3 white spots. Okay, should I put a different color in those white spots, or should I'm looking at my paint collection on the side here. You know, I think risking it, maybe purple, maybe a lighter purple. No, it won't show up. Maybe a darker purple. Yes, let's try a darker purple, just in these little spots, and pray to goodness that I don't mess this up. Just a tiny little bit, just to cover these white spots. And you know, if you wanted to keep the white spots, of course that's an option too. So maybe we can, since we're committing to this purple, might as well. Oh dear, maybe I've overdone it. Let's see. Hopefully not. I have done this and then opened it up and thought to myself, don't know if I like that color, and then just put other paint on top of it and kind of disguised it. So it does mean that your paint is a bit more layered if you do that, but and will take longer to dry. Coming out the side, but that's okay. You know, I made one yesterday which had very, very thick paint on it, and I think I'm probably not going to be able to use it as is. I might have to photocopy that one because the paint's too thick. It's going to crack, but that's okay because I can photocopy it. Okay, if you find that happens where it didn't quite, I'm going to pull the paint, pull it into the white space, and try and just cover that. Not happening. Okay, this way then. Okay, I covered the white space there. There was a white space at the base of this purple blob, and I was trying to get rid of it, and there's white space. Let's see if I can pull this in by moving the paint around as well a little bit. Let's see if I did it. Yes, I did. Anywhere else? Yep, there. Let's see, move the blue up. See if that worked now, because what I'm doing to the one side, I'm doing to the other. Okay, there's a little bit more white space here. Let's move the paint up a bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's fine. I'm going to leave that. I've got a whole section here to work with. There's some white space here, but I'm not going to keep messing with it. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I kind of look at this. This is almost in the bottom of the bottom wing of this butterfly already. See there? I mean, this is just looking at something and finding shapes if you want. I mean, this doesn't have to be, like I said before, a butterfly. This could be a collage paper, or you can draw flowers on here or birds or whatever you want to do. But I'm going to put this, excuse me, I'm going to put this one aside and then work on some of the others that I made yesterday, because they do take a while to dry, probably overnight for me anyway. Okay, here's the one that I said was very, very thick. I had a bunch of pink here, pink and red, but I don't mind it actually. I'm going to be able to draw on this and then cut it out and maybe photocopy it. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. I hope so. I really love this. This gold paint is just gorgeous. Okay, so there's that one. And I've used similar colors but in different combinations. I love some of the veining that you get as well. Look at that veining. That is really pretty. Really love that. And some of the veining, I hope I'm not going skew here, you guys, which I'm going this way. Some of that veining there. Look at this. It's almost like when you do paint pour, which I've never done, but this is similar. Okay, and then this one is a little more bold. Here we go. A little more bold. Look at that gorgeous veining. You see it? There and there. Lovely, lovely. Ooh, love it. Okay, this one I think I might have goofed a bit, because I thought, oh, well, it's a butterfly. Butterflies have a body, and so why don't I put some black paint down here and just, you know, so I turned it over and I just kind of squished on the ends here, and it's a bit bold. I'm not sure if it's one of my favorites, and the colors are a little muddied. See what I mean by muddied? I'm pressed too hard and I was squishing away, and too much of the red and green mixed and kind of gave me this sort of brick red, I guess, over here. I'm choosing to say brick red because brown doesn't sound good. But it's on both sides, and at least it's symmetrical. And I think maybe on that side's better than this side. I don't know. So there you go. I would like to make, let's see, I tried the same thing here, guys. I did the same thing here in the middle. Not quite as pronounced, but so let's try this one. Let's see, because sometimes when you look at something unfinished, it doesn't look as good as when it's finished into what you intended to do with it. And in our case today, it's going to be a butterfly. So I'm just going to sort of freehand draw. And what I did, because I'm not great at freehand drawing out of my head, is I went onto Google, I looked up a pattern, and then I just kind of followed it, try to copy it from the screen to the paper just by looking. But you can always download a stencil, and then hopefully I remember how to do this. It went down like that, because once you've got one, you can always trace it or just use it as a reference. Okay, like that. And maybe give this one a tail like that. Okay, I should be able to get 2 out of here. So let's see. Maybe this one can have a slightly different shape, just ever so slightly. And like that. And another thing that I watch out for is the space here, because so that space there, the fold, because if you make it too narrow, I had one where I made it so narrow, this one, that I couldn't use it as a little booklet because the space here wasn't enough to, I suppose I could have fitted a staple in there, but it's better to leave yourself a little extra space so that if you do want to do something like a book, you've got enough space to make 2 holes and thread it, or maybe 2 staples. Just something to keep in mind. All right, and I think I should be able to get a little one out here. I made a little one out of like that. Let's see, maybe I'll trace this one because it's about the right size. I'll go up like that. Okay, there we go. Now all we have to do is cut them out and see what we get. Hey. Okay, let's see what we got. Ta-da! Ooh, look at that. I love it. Wow, even the white space at the bottom here looks intentional. Okay, so that one, very nice. This one, okay, little more subdued in its shape, and I think that's a bit too kind of plateaued there. So I think what I can do there is maybe just go in a bit, which is going to now cut into my, let's see if that helps. Yeah, okay, so that took that plateau out, so that's a little bit more butterfly shapey. Okay, so there's that one, and let's see this one. Oh wow, I prefer the brighter colors, you guys. They just oh, got a little bit of my symmetry here was a bit off, so I'm gonna cut that off. I don't like it. Don't like that there's white space on the one side and not the other. So let's just take that down a little bit and see. Okay, I got rid of it. There's a tiny spot there, but that's fine. Okay, so that one definitely I prefer, and I like this cute little tail down here. So let's put those aside. Let's quickly cut out. Let's see, not this one. I don't want the inside of this. That's quite nice. This is really bold. So let's do this one. I really like the coloring of that one. It's my pencil. Maybe I will now remember. Okay, like that. So it's almost like a squiggly teardrop, you could say, right? This shape here. And then another squiggly teardrop. Oh, no, look what I did. Look how little bit there is. I can't do that. Let me get, so it's got to, okay, that's fine. That looks a little more like moth wings than butterfly wings, but that's okay. So we do this one, and let's see, maybe this one can also have sort of one of those tail thingies like that, and then a little one. Just, yeah, what I get away with. Oh, it's a bit wonky, but it's okay. I think I'm going to get too much of the white here. Maybe not. Okay, let's see what we get. Okie dokie, another reveal. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've got this white space up here. But I think if I cut this off, I'm going to destroy the shape of this butterfly. So I think maybe I'm going to have to get creative, maybe just color this in with a marker, because the shapes are the same, right? If I just color it in with a marker, I'm going to leave this one. Okay, that's nice. I like all the gold and the purple. Very nice. Okay, this one. Oh my gosh, look at those colors. Look at that veining. You guys see the veining on the gold and the blue? Just too gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. And the little one. Oh, yeah, I said it looked more like moth leaves. Or which one was it? The other one? I don't know. It's a little wide. I think it's a little too wide. So maybe I should cut it down, and that way I can also get rid of some of this white here and the white here. So let's do that. Is that white on the tip? Okay. I'm going to kind of cut it down a little. It was maybe a little too wide. And let's see, what did I... Okay, it's still wide. But... And I have the white down here. That's not too bad. I might leave it and just color it in with a marker. So something I'm noticing is I have to watch this length, because if this length is too wide, this is going to look like a moth more so than a butterfly. If it's scaled higher, I get away with the weight, with the distance. If it's scaled bigger this way, but if it's scaled down, I'm going to get a moth. And it's okay. Moths are fun. Moths are cute-ish. It reminds me of a story from this morning. My son has such a curious mind. I'm going to tell you the story while we make a little booklet. So let's see. Which one are we going to use? I kind of like... This one's going to be probably too wide, I think, because what I'm using is these index cards, and they are 6 by 4 index cards. And all I'm going to do with these, I think there's 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 here. So I'm just going to fold them in half as a little stack of 4. And then I'm going to find which of these do I use. Which one did I say? This one, hey. So now it's going to be, my butterfly wings are going to be bigger than, I'm realizing that this little tail may not be good for a booklet. All right, so let's rather then go with, I'm gonna go, no, I don't like that one. This one then. I'm being fussy. Okay, let's go with this one, and then I'll just do something here to dolly it up. Maybe I'll put some ribbon or something there. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one. So first things first is to staple these pages together. So I've got my middle mark, and I'm going to put my staple in, so my pages won't move around now. And now let's take this one that we decided on, and it's probably about the right shape anyway, like that. I'm going to trace off, just make sure I'm getting the middle. I'm going to trace off the shape, and then I'm going to cut my index cards a little smaller, because I don't want the pages to stick out beyond the cover, and that'll take care of some of this overlap anyway. Okay, so while we're cutting this, I'll tell you. So I get up at 5, and then I help my son get to work, get his lunch ready, and get him out of the door. But he has a very curious mind, and he comes up with these random things. And I mean, I had just had 1 cup of coffee. I mean, barely. I had nothing to eat yet, so it's empty stomach. And he starts talking about insects, and is a worm an insect? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. And so there I am while he's brushing his teeth, and I'm on Google looking up to see if a worm is an insect, which it's not, by the way, just for anybody who was wondering. And then, did I know that in some countries, honey is exported under the tariff of meat? Like, honey. Okay, that was no pun intended, but honey, why? At 5 in the morning. I mean, he's always had a curious mind, which I suppose I should appreciate, and I do. It's just sometimes he comes up with these incredibly random things at the weirdest times of the day. So there I was, 5 in the morning, while he's brushing his teeth, looking up the scientific name for a worm, which is an invertebrate. Again, if anybody wants to know. All right, this is fitting beautifully. So let me get to the center, and I definitely so it's not fitting properly there, and you have the choice of either cutting that or just leaving it overlapping. But the size of the index cards is kind of what's driving my shape inside. I'm going to just staple this, but you could, if you wanted to, tie it down with a string. I think for me, I'm just going to, oh wait, no I'm not. I missed a step, guys, I'm sorry. What I also want to do, I'm too busy talking about invertebrate and honey being exported as meat. I mean, enough to kind of weird up my day. Alright, so I'm going to take some glue. This glue probably. I used up so much glue yesterday. I'm gonna have to do this by hand, because I'm gonna have to open another glue and I haven't done so yet. Anyway, that's fine, I can do this. I'm going to put a backing onto each of these little butterflies, because the back of the butterfly is dirty with, you know, residue, paint residue, and pencil marks and all kinds of things. And so that is something I don't want to show on my finished product. And so I'm going to just paste this down. Let's see, maybe I've got enough. Not being very there's not a lot of finesse in this one, guys. I'm just kind of going for it with my fingers, but that way I don't waste any of this glue and I get to use it. So I guess you could put a little spatula or something in there instead of using your hands. Maybe I can do this little one here. Was there another little one? I thought there was another little one. I've got to move quickly. I'll put this one in here, but I need a little extra glue just at the bottom. Okay, just this glue's drying too quickly. Let's see. Oh, I can use this one still. Okay, in there. Stay down, you wing. And let's get this one down. Alright, so these guys, I really could have used this paper a little more efficiently, guys. I'm sure some of you are going, really, Celeste? Have you ever done puzzles in your life? And I have, but today, not so much. So, okay, let this dry for a second. I'll come back, cut it out, and we'll finish off the little booklet. And I think maybe this one would be nice as a sticker. Yes, I went ahead and I've got the backing on now, so it's nice and clean at the back. And I cut it out. But there is a lot of this white space. I have some Hampton art, and it's a gold pigment stamp. So I'm going to see what that might look like. And instead of putting a black as an edge along the edges, I'm going to see if I can use some of this gold, not only for the edges but also to try and mute some of this white that was stuck there, because the white is kind of around the goldy area, and I thought, well, maybe I can disguise it. I think it's working, you guys. So let me just get in there a little bit, in there, and it's kind of like an antique gold color, so that's kind of nice. I like that a lot. And if there is still too much of the white, I can always sit and, you know, get some of a really sharp-nosed little manicure type scissors and really take my time taking it off. But don't really want to spend that much time just cutting, because it's not exactly the fun part, right? All right, yeah, no, I think that's perfect. I'm not going to use the black. It's going to be just fine. That's enough. And now I'm going to, instead of putting 2 holes and then threading the inside in, I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to staple it in. So let's find our middle here again. Here's our middle. Where's that stapler gone? Oh, here it is. And I'm going to staple it in. Oh, let me get this right. Get this in the center. In the center-ish. Ish is my exact term. Okay, let's get that in there and get it. I'm off, way off. I'm gonna have to pull that staple out. Oh, gee whiz. I am way off. Oh gosh. All right, let me get these staples out. They are just awful, not good. Get rid of that. Sorry guys, I'm wasting time with this nonsense. But let's see, can I get away with that one? No, it's not even in. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, let's get that. Gosh, out. Come out. Not coming out. Oh, it's got a hook. Okay, this way then. All right, let's try that again. I'm putting all kinds of holes in my poor little butterfly here. See if I can get it right this time. Maybe it's because that other staple's there. Okay, that's fine. That one will work. That is in the middle-ish. And the reason why I don't mind so much is because I'm going to cover it with some of this raffia. So I've got, this is the only color I've got, but I think it's going to work just fine. So I'm going to use maybe that much. And so by using the raffia, not only do I cover my staple, but I give this little butterfly book antenna at the same time. So I think what I'm going to just do this is paste it down. So I'll get some of my Aleenes out, and it was probably a bit much. Oh dear. Oops. A little bit too much maybe. It's okay. It'll dry. It's fine. And then on this side. So now everything is secure. Everything is hidden like this. And you've got your pages, and you can see obviously some of them are blank and some of them have the writing on them. So you've got space to draw or doodle in this little book. Let's just get that secured down, and then I'll cut off it. We don't need quite as antenna are a little long, so we get this like that and like that, and I'll spread them out a little bit before the glue dries too much, and that way we have our antenna at the same time. Okay, there we go. That's the inside, there's your outside, and I'll leave it open to dry, but once it's dry, there is your little book. So I think that turned out really, really nicely. In the original that I showed you, one of the originals, you'll notice that I did a little drawing, little pattern drawing, and on this one I just gave it a border. So let me show you the pattern drawing, because it's really easy to do. I haven't cut one out yet, but maybe a darker one like this one. So I'm just going to cut it loose, and I can cut it out later. Cut it loose, and then let's move some stuff around here so I've got some space. And a plain old gel pen, you guys, is plenty. Just one of my Uniball gel pens is going to do the trick. So let's see, I'm going to do, this is quite a dark color. I'm wondering if, no, I can do a white. Okay, so now what I do to this side, I do to that side, and then I'll come from the middle to the middle, middle to the middle. So I'm just going to follow my pattern from one side to the next. Let's see, maybe we'll do that like that, and then because you can't really see these lines very well, I'm going to come in with a gold marker and just gold or white. I think for me I want to do the gold. I'm trying to pay attention to where I'm putting the lines. It's easy to get distracted. Like that, like that. I think I'm getting close. There we go. And then maybe just around my little silver here. Oops. And then one last line there, like that. Okay, so I think if I now come in with my gold Uniball, this one, that way, I was reading upside down, and maybe just come in to each shape and follow the black line to make, just to accentuate some of the veining, and maybe even to outline the wings a little bit, like this. Nothing fancy, you guys, just little, almost like doodle fun, right? A little bit of doodling fun here. Like that. I think maybe in places I could even come inside the gold and put a white line, but I might be overdoing it. But do you see the difference now between the one side and the other? How all of a sudden, from being a very dark, I think I mentioned earlier that this is a little uninteresting and dark, And now it has a little bit of a something. It's got a little bit of interest. We've added a bit of color, and it's going to, and you know, you could always add to your, sorry, I'm concentrating, it's trying to talk and concentrate at the same time. You might want to add a 3D element. Maybe you want to put some flowers on your leaves, on your wings, or some buttons, or you know, it's yours. You can do with it what you like. And because these are so inexpensive and easy to make, you can make a lot of them and then play around with your designs and see what you like, and then photocopy the ones you do like more. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. What if we got really fancy and did use this black area as the body and did little gold circles on it, like that. Little stitch marks up the side, and then just a line. All right, so there you go. I actually really like this one now that it's got a little bit of interest on it. So that is what that one looked like. This was our other little book. This one's going to look gorgeous once I cut it out, and of course you can put in a border as well. Where is that one? Here's that one that I said I was going to make into a sticker. So let me go off, cut it out, put the sticker down, put the sticky down, and then show you that we have a sticker as well. Okay, you guys, so this one is dry, so it's really came out beautifully. I think it's nice and neat to have the raffia in the middle. And so that's a cute little book, and it's going to go into a journal somewhere. So I've got the one with the veining, the one without the veining, because I feel like all this gold has already got some of its own veining. I'm going to do that slowly, and then you can see some of how the gold paint kind of did the veining for me. So there's those guys, and then we've got this guy that we did together with the veining, which now has a nice backing on as well, nice clean backing. You could also then obviously do a sticker, and the sticker I gave a border to. So this is the one that I want to make into a sticker as well. So it's got this nice backing. I'm going to take some of my 2-inch wide double-sided tape and just lay it down and do a second layer here. I'm sorry. I apologize, my throat's got a frog in my throat. So put that down there, cut that loose, and get this off my desk. Okay, let's see. Hurry up. Okay, I got it. All right, now we're just going to cut this loose, and then I have a sticker here. So let me quickly see if I can. Oh, I don't know if it quickly is gonna. I don't know if there's going to be a quickly because it sticks. It just sticks so much. There we go. Oh dear. I'm going to have a sticky scissors after this. I'm going to have to. I just use a cotton swab, those little round cotton swabs, and some nail polish remover, some acetone. That usually helps me get the stickiness off my scissors. So I definitely think I'm going to be doing that after this. So let me. Okay, this is never the fun part, guys. Sorry. I'm going to be as quick as I can without pulling any of the tape off the back of this little butterfly. While this, oh gosh, look at us, even sticking to me now. This butterfly in particular came out looking more like a moth, and at first I thought, oh gosh, you know, that's a bit of an issue. I just thought of another idea for how I might want to use this one, and I think it could actually be a really great giant page tab. So I'm going to pull out one of my journals and see if I can find another, just a page that hasn't got much on it, and not actually stick this down yet, but show you what it might look like if you were to use it as a great big tab, as a page tab. And I'll neaten this up later. I think it's just right now it's just to give you an idea what this might look like. Okay, almost there. One little bit of the video. Oh goodness, that's a sticky mess. Okay, let me see. I'll grab this giant. So I'm obviously working on it. There's a bunch of stuff in here, but I'm just thinking if I found a page that maybe was a little empty, or maybe even needed a little bit of sturdiness like this. What if I made a page tab out of it like that, and then did something like I did with the raffia and gave it, oh, you know what I think would look nice? Oh, am I not even in frame? I think maybe this could be nice if I put some lace around here, and then the lace is the antenna and the body, so that could look really nice as a page tab. So it would then be there and there. Oh, here's one that's got butterflies on it already, although the colors don't quite go. But any of these pages, I'll have to find one, maybe this one with a no, I can't use that, but you get the idea, right? Any of these pages that I think could use a little bit of bling, I could use this as a page tab. So there's another idea for your butterflies. So page tabs, stickers, booklets with veining, without veining, just a bunch of ideas. Let me get rid of this and I'll bring out all the ones that I cut out. All of these, just look at that, so much fun. I'm going to be having a lot of fun. Just, I think with some of them the veining is already there and I don't want to touch that. I think it's beautiful. And then some of them are a little more bland. I'm going to have to do a little sprucing on some, but the color variations and the symmetry is what I really love about this craft. So I hope that I inspired you to go off and try and see what colors you can come up with, and what ideas you come up with to use all of these beautiful butterflies. Let me know. I would love to know. And if you loved this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.